Virgo, hi. So this is going to be a reading for February 20th through the 26th, and I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Virgo. Alright, the overall energy for the reading, the Page of Pentacles. You're keeping yourself as open as you can to a particular situation. I feel like you're learning a lot from it as you experience it. And trying to see what you can get out of it in terms of lessons to be learned, you know, how to better yourself through this. In the recent past, the Hierophant flew out in reverse, the Knight of Cups, the High Priestess. So I see you giving in a situation. There's a lot of love there that you're giving to a particular situation that I feel like is not necessarily working in the way that maybe you want it to work, but still giving to it. In the current situation, the Two of Swords, the Hermit, the Five of Wands, there you are pretty confused about everything that's going on, because there's a lot of conflict that surrounds you within the situation you're dealing with. So quite confused here what to do about it. In the immediate future, the Queen of Swords, the Page of Swords, the King of Pentacles. It's like the energy is being pulled back in terms of there's not much that's being done. At least on your side, it's almost looking like you're making the decision to not give as much. Possibly focusing on something else. I don't know. But let's see. Let's clarify. Let me see that Page of Pentacles. The Hermit, the Eight of Wands, the Fool. That's the thing, because what you're trying your best to do is keep yourself open whatever happens, because you are coming from a good place here. You are bringing the best intentions to the table, so you want for something to work out. So you're trying to keep yourself open, even though the energies can be rough at times around this situation especially. Pretty cool energy there. Let me do the Hierophant in reverse in the recent past. The Temperance card, the Six of Cups, the King of Pentacles. Yeah. So possibly a pretty important commitment that shows up here tied up to you. It's been that way for a while in terms of the stability that this comes through with. But again, with the Hierophant in reverse, it feels like things haven't been working that great lately. Let me do that High Priestess in the recent past. The Hangman, the Tower, the Two of Pentacles. There's a big pause on your side here. In terms of giving to the situation, I feel like there's a big pause that comes through. Something may have happened with this tower that, you know, kind of placed you in this position of, okay, let me just sit here for a minute. Something happened here, which brought in some confusion, which brought in a lot of, do I still give to this? Do I not? What do I do about this? You know, it kind of left you up in the air here about this whole situation. Because initially I see you giving, you know, no matter what you're giving to the situation, you're trying to at least, and then something happens where you're like kind of taking a step back. Not going anywhere, just kind of taking a step back and bringing that energy back to you in terms of, I'm not giving to this anymore because I don't even know what the hell is going on anymore. Let me do the Two of Swords in the current situation. The Knight of Swords, the Judgment card, the Ten of Swords. See, because here you're showing me you made up your mind to keep on working on things, to keep on trying, even though the energy overall feels like that of defeat, like giving up on it. From a higher soul perspective, you're showing me I'm still putting in, or I want to put in effort into this. I don't want to let it drop. But the confusion is increasing. That's the thing. And there's definitely that's coming into play as a new energy, is that sense of defeat, of I'm losing this or I've lost this kind of a thing. Let's do the Hermit. The Five of Swords, the Two of Cups, the Page of Wands. That's the thing. When does it become an illusion? When does it become deceptive? You know, where you give and you give and you give, and like, what's in there that's giving back? Or what are you giving to? I feel like first there needs to be a lot more clarity involved, rather than, you know, I'm going to keep myself open. And the situation is increasingly more confusing, if, you know, yeah, that's the best I can put it. Because at this point it becomes, where are you giving? What are you giving to? You know, if things are like this, where's your energy going? Into a situation that's all over the place. So I'm not sure what's going on here. The only thing that I can point you at is you, in terms of make sure you're clear about where your energy is going, and whether or not you should be putting energy into this at this time, rather than, you know, that first, because that was an instinct that you had there. That's your intuition coming in and telling you, hey, take a step back. Take a step back, reorganize, see what's going on there, and then you can do whatever you want. But I see you throwing yourself back into, let me give to this, even though things are, again, progressively more confusing. I'm not going to say worse, because I don't know what's going on here. I just see them getting very, very confused. And you keep on giving energy, and it's exhausting to give energy to something that's all over the place, because your energy, the one that's coming back from that, might be confusing like hell, and it's going to exhaust the hell out of you. So your first instinct here of taking that step back is right. I see you letting that go, though, and still kind of throwing yourself into a very confusing situation. Because you need some time here to restructure, time to gain clarity over what's happening. Let's do the Five of Wands. Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. Okay, so it could be that, because I see the goal, and the goal is very clear here. Your goal is to have stability within this situation, a sense of nurturing, passion, great things within this goal. The problem is, I feel like you're not on the same page with whoever you're dealing with here. You know, in terms of, maybe you want these things, but what do they want? Do they have it clear? You know, because if they don't, and you're mixing your energy with something that's unclear, you're going to get the same result of exhausting yourself through this. Maybe they want the same thing, but they're going about it in a different way. Can you accept that? Or does it have to be, no, my way or the highway kind of a thing? Because that can be exhausting as well, you know, to you. So it's a matter of trying to establish what your goal is here, what theirs is, and if it's common, then try to figure out what's creating this conflict. Most times I see this happening when people are having a hard time accepting that others are going about things in a very different way than they are. You know, if the goal is the same, if the goal is common, and they're working towards the same thing, it's just a matter of, it's going to be different. The way this is approached is going to be different. Can we accept that, or do we have to fight against that and create problems for ourselves, you know, at the end of the day? So let's do the Queen of Swords in the immediate future. The Strength card, the Sun, the Wheel of Fortune. This is a lot of, it's like the universe is asking you very firmly to trust. To trust that things are going to fall in their place, you know? And it's a lot. It's a lot to do that. You know, to just kind of, again, take a step back and just trust. Let's do the Page of Swords. In the immediate future, you get the Three of Cups, the Moon, the Ten of Wands. Yeah, it's very, very hard when you're trying to take charge, take control. Like, let's make things to turn out this way, and let's do it like this, because I feel like that's the best thing that can be done for the situation at this point. So let's all organize, you, me, all of the energies around, and let's do things in that way. You have two very different energies here. One is to just let go and trust. The other is let me take control. And even if it's just for a little bit, because you're like, just a little bit, just a little bit. Can I participate in this just a little bit? Look what you're creating for yourself. Burdens, heaviness. You know, you may not see it clearly, but that's what's happening when you want to take charge. This other energy where you're just kind of letting go and trusting, look at this, the happiest card in the deck. You may not believe it, but that's how it usually goes. Let's do the King of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. So this has the potential to fall into better energies, smoother energies. Whatever this is, this situation that you're dealing with somebody else here has the potential, if you let it flow, if you allow it to flow where it needs to go, it has the potential to bring quite stable, loving, brand new energies here to the table. You know, it's just a matter of listening to that first cue your intuition gave you. Yeah, interesting. So you're being kind of asked to let go here. Let's see what the universe has to close it off. Seven of Swords, Nine of Wands, Two of Cups. It's very hard. Very hard. That's why you're starting with the Page of Pentacles, because you are learning a very hard lesson at this time, and that is to let go of control. Because you're almost looking like, no, if things don't turn out in the way that I want them to, I'll just give it up completely. And there's resistance to that, because you know that's not right either, because it's not going to make you feel right. And it's like, you're letting the situation go, or are you letting your own sense or your own need to control the situation go? That's where you're at with this. You know? So beyond that resistance in your own fight against that, there's love. So you might get it even with, okay, let me hang on to control, but in a very tough and harder way. Or you might get it much more easily with just letting go and letting things fall into their place. So that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.